everyone. Today we'll show you how to assemble a stable electrochemical cell for Operando solid-state NMR studies. We begin with the reference electrode. A piece of lithium metal is cut into a rectangular shape using a punching tool. This ensures reproducible dimensions and clean edges for reliable contact. Next, we use a plastic cavity already equipped with a seal, a Teflon sheet acting as a spacer, and a wire serving as the current collector. The lithium metal is carefully inserted into this cavity and gently pressed to ensure good contact with the collector and a uniform interface. For the working electrode, we use lithium cobalt oxide. It's cut either with scissors or a punching tool to match the dimensions of the second cavity, which is prepared in the same way as the first one. To make handling easier, we place the second cavity inside the assembly block. Then, the lithium cobalt oxide electrode is carefully positioned into it, avoiding any misalignment. A glass fiber separator is placed on top of the lithium cobalt oxide electrode. This ensures ionic conductivity while preventing short circuits between electrodes. Next, we add the electrolyte, lithium hexafluorophosphate. This step is critical for ensuring sufficient wetting of both electrodes and for enabling stable ion transport during cycling. Using a vacuum pen, we place the lithium metal cavity on top, aligning both halves of the cell precisely. To close the cell, we push the capsule over the cavities by hand, ensuring they fit tightly together. A Teflon cap is then placed on top, and we screw it down until the capsule reaches the block. This creates a firm seal and mechanical stability during operation. Finally, the entire cell is secured into the lower gap of the block and tightened until fully closed. The result is a robust, leak-free assembly suitable for Operando solid-state NMR measurements. Before moving to NMR analysis, we check the open circuit voltage of the cell to confirm proper assembly and contact. This simple step ensures that the cell is functioning correctly before data acquisition. And that's it! You are now ready for real-time observation of chemical and structural changes in batteries.